Hello, everyone, and welcome to SCORE Fairfield County's live webinar on how to use artificial intelligence like ChatGPT to promote your business online. I'm Bob Hogan, the webinar coordinator today and a business mentor here at SCORE Fairfield County. I'm going to be your host, and our presenter is Jennifer DeRosa. More on Jennifer in just a minute, but first some brief information on SCORE. SCORE is a nonprofit national partner of the SBA with over 10,000 volunteers nationally. And locally here at SCORE Fairfield County, we have over 100 volunteers with a wide range of industry, process, and subject matter expertise. And we offer 3 primary value-added services that you'll see on the screen. Jennifer, I could just ask you to advance the slide. First of all, we offer free one-on-one counseling, and you can access that by using the yellow bit.ly link on the screen, or just go to our website and click on Request a Mentor. And we offer that either in person, via video, phone, email, whatever works best for you. Secondly, we offer a wide range of educational workshops and webinars like the one today, roughly about 100 throughout the year. And lastly, we offer extensive resources on our website, including access to subject matter experts. Our next live webinar will be next Tuesday, July 25th at noon, and the topic is 10 questions your consulting clients will ask, with Cliff Emico presenting. Again, you can find more specifics on that on our website, fairfieldcounty.score.org. And if you're on our website, we also have a large number of recorded webinars that cover a broad spectrum of topics, and you can just access those anytime by clicking on on-demand webinars. Just some logistics about today's event. We will have time for questions at the end. Jennifer will take as many as she can before the top of the hour. And you can ask a question at any time just by using the Q&A button that's usually located at the bottom of your screen. Our webinar will end sharply at 1 p.m. to respect your time, and the session is being recorded, and a link to the recording will be available again on our website within the next day or so. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Jennifer DeRosa. Jennifer is the founder of Toto Coaching, an online website building course with weekly coaching to help small businesses and entrepreneurs build a solid, effective website that pre-sells their products and services and develops trust. She recently sold her successful website development agency, Tech Care, founded in 2001, to coach others. And prior to forming Tech Care, Jennifer was a consultant for such major companies as MBCC, US Surgical, GTE, GE Capital, Unilever, and Calvin Klein. I'll now turn it over to Jennifer. Jennifer, it's all yours.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob, for that great introduction. And I'm so happy to be here. We are going to have a lot of fun today. So we've got a great topic. Using AI is what's in the news, is what's on everyone's mind. And we're going to talk about today. And hopefully after today, after this hour, you're going to walk away with some practical things that you can do right now, things that you can try on your own. I want to give you some tools and some things to think about, and that's my goal. So I hope you enjoy today's and you learn something a little bit, get some nugget. So most of us are small business owners. We want to be able to learn we can build our business in different ways, right? And we know that there's ways that we can do it using AI, and that's what I'm going to show you a few ways today. A couple, so many, is like trying to keep up with all of them. So we're going to talk about AI, and first of all, we're going to go over what is artificial intelligence. We're going to talk about it for content creation. I'm going to dip into it for social media marketing, dip in it to email marketing, SEO, and you can also use it for ad optimization, but we won't go over that again today. And I just want to tell you a little bit more about myself because I have a couple things that I want to announce. I don't even know if I've told Bob this yet, but first of all, I just completed a program at MIT University, a program on artificial intelligence and machine learning for building data science solutions. It was a very grueling statistics class. So it's all done now, and I've just graduated from that class. So that was really exciting to take that class to learn more and more about artificial intelligence and what it can do for us in the business world. And I also just signed the contract. I am I've just been hired or engaged by the For Dummies series. I am writing the book, How to Build a DIY Website for Dummies. That title may change, but we're just in the beginning stages of that. And that's going to be available next spring. That's how long it takes to put these books together. So I'm really excited to announce that as well. As Bob mentioned, I'm the owner of Toto Coaching, and I'm also the owner, I just founded Toto SEO to help people, businesses with their SEO. Thank you, and the congratulations, by the way. To help people with their SEO. I've been around this in this industry since the 1990s when I learned HTML, and I formed Tech Care in 2001, which was a web development agency. And I've seen so many times my clients hire an SEO agency and get nothing in return, or not understand what they're getting in return at all, or get damaging results. And I go through that in one of my classes. If you're interested to understand about that, if you've engaged someone and you're wondering if you have damaged reputation, you can take there's a free trial, and there's a class in there on backlinks. Watch it. You're going to see what the implications can be if you hire someone who is not reputable, and it can do damage to your business. So I've started Toto SEO because I'm going to fix that for people who've been in this situation. I learned HTML in 1994. I've been doing this a long time. And as Bob said, I work for a large national IT company, and I love WordPress. That's what I built most of my websites on. I'm very familiar with WordPress. So the class that I have is not just WordPress, it's all different. So anyways, that's a little bit about me. And I want to know, first of all, from you, if you can just put into the chat. So we also, by the way, I'm gonna do a poll. If you have questions, if you can put them in the Q&A, we're going to ask them at the end, and that would be helpful, so that I'm probably not going to answer too many of them during the seminar, because we have a lot to cover, and we can actually do this for 5 hours, and I want to make sure we don't derail, because sometimes things derail, and I want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to understand what I'm presenting. And then afterwards, at quarter of them, my goal is 10 of quarter of finished to do those questions. So put them in there, and Bob will read them to me at the end. So don't worry about that. Okay. So first of all, in the chat, if you can put a number, because everyone's in a different position here. Where's your group? Where are you? Are you a 1? You've never seen ChatGPT or an AI writing assistant in use. 2, put a 2 if you've played around with it, but you're not sure what to do with it. 3, you've used it already and you want more ideas. Or 4, you're an expert, but you just can't stop learning about this. So let's see where we are. I'm getting lots of numbers, and we have a lot of attendees here today, which is awesome. So we've got a lot of 2s and 3s, which is great, because and then we have a 1 point. That's funny. Okay, this is awesome. The last time I did this, we were more 1, 2. So everyone here is great. So you want to use, and that's if you're at 1, 2, or 3, you're in the perfect spot for this, because we're getting some more 1s now and 2s. So I'm not going to leave you out. Don't worry. Okay. All right, good. So I'm going to give you the people who are 1s and 2s, you're going to understand a lot. And the 3s, I'm going to hopefully give you some new ideas. All right, good. Here we go. First of all, let's just define artificial intelligence, okay? It's a wide-ranging branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence, okay? The theory and the development of computer systems, this is what the definition from Oxford Dictionary, okay? The theory and development of computer systems able to perform tasks that normally require, again, human intelligence, such as visual perception, seeing, okay, images, speech recognition, decision-making, translation between languages, and more, okay? But that is what Oxford Dictionary defines artificial intelligence, okay? And it's currently revolutionizing many industries, journalism especially. I keep seeing more and more of news organizations that are saying, yep, we're going to allow our journalists to use ChatGPT or another tool like this. I'm going to show you how to use it properly, because there's a way that you can hear that statement and be like, that sounds really bad. But the way that I'm going to show you is, you can be a little more open and a little more relaxed with it. And it's also a way that you can use it effectively. All right. You see it in education, probably if you have students that are in high school or above, they all know about this, right? But there are ways to detect if you have been using ChatGPT to write your paper, because that's what a lot of people are doing now. So, you know, all this landscape's going to change. It's just going to change. It changed before when we used to have to do math and you had to do it by hand. Right now, what do we have? Okay, so this was probably a big scary thing. Oh, no one's going to be able to do math anymore. Well, actually, people don't know how to do math, but we realize that we move on now. When you go to the cash register, you know, they don't. We used to have to do it in our head when I was young. Now it tells them. So, but everything's still working and it's still moving on. So don't be afraid of it, as things are just going to change. So let's talk about everyday uses or examples of AI. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple of these because I want to get into the meat of it. Maps, like Waze, rerouting you when there's an issue on the road or whatever. That's AI. Okay. Facial detection, when you use your phone and it unlocks, if you have an iPhone or whatever, and it unlocks because it recognizes your face, that's artificial intelligence. Grammar specs, Grammarly, grammar check, excuse me, like Grammarly, awesome. Like if you don't use Grammarly, it's really, 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 really great. So I highly suggest you get into Grammarly. It's great. They have a free version as well. Fraud alerts, like your credit card. So all these things, okay, are artificial intelligence. So we're all been living with them already and we've been enjoying them. Okay, so it's great. But now what do we want to do? We want to use this for our business. And there's two main ways that you can use AI tools for your business. You can use it for creation of content and measurement and insights. Okay, I mean, there's other ways too, but those are two large categories. I'm not going to talk too much today about measurements and insights, and that's where a lot of the big push is now. And the tools that are out there, like they will be able to, they're geared more towards, I would say, large business. You know, a small business can't afford, you know, a $5,000 a month software service, and then they have to get all their data and put it into it to get some results. Like, so you can do predictions, you know, like, okay, what product should I bring, you know, design next, or what should I do next, right? So you would take all your data and dump it in, and then the AI would tell you what people, your clients or your current customers, are more likely to buy in the future, or do a repeat buy on, or other things like that. For small and medium business, you know, like we're just trying to do our job. We don't have time to be like, we don't even have probably 2,500 rows of data to do it. So I'm not going to talk too much about here because this is for SCORE. And SCORE, we are all about small and medium businesses. So we're going to focus today on content creation. All right, that's what we're going to focus on. So content creation, there's a lot of different ways you can create content. We're going to just talk about a couple of these. I'm going to really talk about this first one, writing tools. Okay, we're going to talk about using it for writing tools. That's ChatGPT, but I'm going to give you some ideas, hopefully you haven't seen yet, of how you can use these tools. All right, video editing tools. I'm not going to go into this, but I love Descript, and Synthesia is like kind of scary. It's amazing. You can just go to the website and they have a little demo video you can watch, but Descript is awesome. So I'm not going to really touch on those because that's really a long subject. And but I am going to touch on SOP, standard operating procedures creation, because that's part of running our business and making it more effective and making it more streamlined. So I'm going to talk about that quickly, and I'm going to talk about note taking such as Otter and Read AI. I'm going to touch on that. Okay, but I'm going to mainly focus on this top one up here. Okay, and then I do want to tell you, I don't know where you're all coming from. I've been building a list. So if you like these topics that I'm talking about, email me. My email is on the last slide. Email me and ask me to be put on my list. I'm doing another one for SCORE tomorrow, and it's out how to make one piece of content and repurpose it for multiple things. So you're not always starting from scratch. Okay, so you can do one thing and use it multiple times. We want to use our time wisely. I know all about that. All right, so we want it to be simple. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. So if you want to find out about other things, other webinars I'm doing, especially for SCORE, I do a lot for SCORE. SCORE is awesome. Email me and I'll put you on my list. And I'm also going to give you a giveaway at the end of this if you want, if you write to me, and it's just about prompting. Okay. So let's talk about how AI generates text. Okay. It actually breaks it into what's called tokens. It doesn't read words because these are computers. And if you think about computers right down to the basics, it understands on and off, zeros and ones. And it's like crazy. I'm in this world, like for me to even comprehend this. I don't know, the people that comprehend that are just geniuses, right? But so they don't understand, like, I don't like, if that is broken into tokens. So it will have like I and then don't maybe and then T and like, and that those all have a number. And then all these numbers are put together, and the ChatGPT or all these AI, well, they're large language models, or LLMs. That's what ChatGPT is, a large language model. Okay. And so they have all these neurons in the network that they've been trained on all this text. You're going to hear about this being trained on the text of the internet. So for years, they've been just putting, this text in, and all that the neural network is doing is recognizing patterns, is taking the letters, transferring them into its own language of numbers, which is basically zeros and ones. So you have this string of zeros and ones, right, for each word, and recognizing patterns. And it is crazy. They don't exactly know how it works. There's layers in the middle that are called hidden layers, called the black box. It's still unclear why this works. So if you listen to Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, who is the owner of ChatGPT, they don't even really know how it works. It's crazy. It's like, I still am all the time blown away. Here are some use cases for AI, for the writing tools. You can rewrite text so it sounds better. I'm going to show you that. You can condense and shorten text. I'm going to show you that. You can create quiz questions. I'm going to talk about that. You can create a table of information. I'm going to show you. You can create social media posts. I'm going to show you that. You can create blog posts. I'll show you that. You can create website content. Same thing as blog posts. You can create email marketing campaigns. I'm going to show you that. You can write emails to customers. I think I'm showing you that. You can create product descriptions. I'm going to show you that. You can write a proposal. You can ask it to write the slides of a webinar. You can do anything that has to do with writing. Okay, anything that has to do with writing, and some that has to do with research. So ChatGPT, just very quickly, just so you know, it's created by OpenAI. That is the company, it's a nonprofit that created ChatGPT, okay? And we are on GPT-4 now, and they've actually said they've stopped developing right now. They put a pause on it because 5 is going to be like a huge revolution. So I'm not sure if they're telling the truth or not. Anyways, it was launched in November of 2022. So it's not even a year old yet. We all know about it. It's so crazy. It's free to use, or you can upgrade to $20 a month and you'll have access to the 4. If you have free, it's just 3.5. Okay. And it's conversational. This is conversational. You're going to see what I mean by conversational. Some AI writing assistants are not conversational, but ChatGPT is. So let's talk about our first. I want to show you the first one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about these things. I'm going to show you, I screen recorded some things that I did. Okay, and I'm going to show you my screen recording. So one of the things they can do is shorten text. I do some brochures and some marketing materials for some people. When I do those and they give me the marketing material, many people are verbose. Have you ever heard the statement or the saying, I didn't have time to write you a short letter, so I wrote you a long letter? It's easier to write longer. For me, especially, I have a very, I like to talk. I have a difficult time shortening my content. So sometimes when people give me content, I put it through ChatGPT to shorten it, to make it more condensed. Okay. So here's an example of what I asked it to do. So this is the text that I gave it. Okay. And it's something from my website, or I don't even remember where I got this, but this is about my Toto Coaching course. So the course will help you gather and organize your content. Our process is not like any other process you will see anywhere. We've developed our content development process over the past 28 years, building websites. We will walk you through writing your content for visitors and search engines in a simple and unfolding way. You will know what to include on each page of your website, and you will create checklists for yourself so you'll gather each piece of content easily. Okay, kind of like all over, right? That's a lot. So I put it into ChatGPT. And here is what I gave it. Okay, this is 3.5 that I'm using this time. Okay, so you just paste it in there and look what it came back with. The course streamlines content gathering and organization. Our unique 28-year content development process, honed through website building, simplifies writing for visitors and search engines. We guide you in including essential elements on each page and provide checklists for easy content collection. So that's much better than what I had before. So if you ever are like putting together, you know, a flyer or something else, you know, you want to do a mailer, or say you're doing a social media post and you're doing an image one and you have to shorten something that's long, ChatGPT is, or a writing assistant is a great tool to help you condense the text, make it shorter. It will pull out the most relevant things. Now you need to always check it, okay? Because sometimes it does go off the rails a little bit. It has done that. Great use of ChatGPT. Another thing is for rewriting emails. So this is an email that I wrote to someone the other day. And, you know, so for changes to the website, there's a lot of ways you can go about this. You can take a course, because they were asking me about a course, like what should they do for taking a course to edit their website. But most of the courses will go over things you don't need to know. I don't know what page builder you're using. It looks like you're using a theme from WP Experts. You want to learn how to use your page builder and make changes on your website. Also, you should verify you have a good backup, and you also have malware protection depending on your hosting. What I would suggest is we do a 1-hour consult when the executive director is here, and we take a walkthrough of what you had. Then I can tell you what the best option would be. Okay, I wrote that. So I asked ChatGPT, okay, I said, can you please rewrite this? Okay, and hold on, I want to stop here. This is true. I told it, I said, I gave it the task. I wanted to rewrite the email. I told it who is going to, who the audience is. Big difference. If your audience is to an elderly person, you would write that. If it's to a high school student, you would write that. If it's to an elementary school child, you would write that, okay? Or if it's needs, so this is to a potential client. Please keep the tone professional and friendly. You want to tell it the tone. Do you want to be, you know, like stern? Do you want to be funny? Do you want to be very familiar? Do you want to be helpful? What is the tone that you want? So now, okay, and then I put, I would like to sound like an expert in this field. So I want to use my authority. I want to say, I want it to come with some authoritativeness, okay? Here is the email. And then I have the email, okay? So I gave it a task, told it its audience, told it its tone, told it that I want to be authoritative, and I gave it the email. Okay, so gave that. Now again, here for some reason I was using 3.5 at this point. Okay, that's how fast it did. Actually, I might have speeded this up a little bit, but this is how fast it works. So now I hope this email finds you well. My name is, I'm reaching out to discuss potential improvements for your website. As a seasoned professional in this field, I believe I can offer valuable insights and expertise to help you achieve your desired changes. To begin, allow me to address the various approaches you can consider for enhancing your website. While taking a course as an option is important. I'm going a little fast here, you know, in reviewing your website, notice your current, I'm going a little fast. But anyways, you see, this is a much better email than what I had written, okay? So, and it took each topic and put it into a different paragraph, right? You know, I genuinely look forward to discussing your website enhancement needs further. Please let me know a convenient time for a consultation. I'd be more than happy to schedule accordingly. Should you have any questions or require additional information in the meantime, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you for considering my expertise, and I remain at your disposal. Okay, this is a little long. So what did I just tell you? We can do shorten. This response is a bit too long. Can you please condense the response above? Okay, conversational. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, much shorter, easier to read. Okay, I trust you're doing well. Navigating the website modifications can be complex and requires a tailored approach. Noticing your site's built on this theme, whatever, mastering your specific page builder would be the most beneficial. Equally important are reliable hosting, regular backups, and if necessary, effective malware protection. To understand your needs better, let's schedule a 1-hour consultation, ideally with the executive director. A new ED was executive. I did not write that in the first email. This will allow us to assess your setup and determine the optimal course of action. Looking forward to our collaboration. Please let me know. It'd be a convenient time for a consultation. So you see, okay, now I want to point out the conversational piece. when you are in one chat of ChatGPT, you can reference things above. You can say, oh, and I'm going to show you this later, like I just did. This was too long. Rewrite. I didn't have to give it the email again. I said, rewrite what you did. So that is conversational. That's why ChatGPT is very valuable, because it saves all of your chats on the side. And you can go back to one that you started a month ago and go in there and ask it to revise something on that chat, because it will reference everything. It's a conversation that you're having. Okay. Here we go. This is, oh, let me just tell you about this. I have a VA, which is a virtual assistant. If you don't have a virtual assistant, you want to know about it, email me. A virtual assistant is really helpful. They can help you do those things. There's, we're all business owners, right? So there's $10 an hour tasks, there's $100 an hour tasks, and there's $10,000 an hour tasks. If you are the business owner, you need to be doing the $10,000 an hour task and not the $10 an hour task. And if you're doing the $10 an hour task, you are wasting your time and your mental energy that you need to be using to grow your business. So there are VAs, virtual assistants, that can help you do mundane things. Sometimes in the beginning, it's hard to figure out what you will give them. I assure you, you hire someone 10 hours a week, you're going to end up thinking of things to give them to do. And they are less expensive, and it helps bring up people in other parts of the world, because normally they're in other parts of the world, and it helps bring them up so that they can make a living as well. So it's good all around. So I asked my VA to find I wanted him to do a spreadsheet and to find associations of marketers, because my course is built for small business owners, but it's also really built for people who are marketing managers who walk into a company and the boss says, all right, you're in charge of the website now, and we're going to meet in 2 weeks, and we want to know why we're not performing, and we want to know all our statistics, and we're going to meet every month after that, and we want to see how you're going to enhance it. And the marketing managers are not web developers, and they know what to do. So that's why you come take the Toto Coaching course, because we teach you everything you need to know, and the marketing managers will learn everything. So anyways, I wanted to reach out to associations of marketing managers, because that's a lead source for me. And if you have a business, you need to have a marketing engine, somebody who's constantly sending you leads. You need to have that to be successful. So a lot of people rely on word of mouth, but it's really good if you have a marketing engine. So I want to reach out to these associations, these marketing associations. So a couple months ago, asked him to do this project in February. I'm like, go look up a bunch of marketing associations, make a table. I want a table. I want the name of the place. I want how many members they have. I want their email address. If they have a contact, their website address, if they have a contact listed, and I want their phone number. Okay. So I paid him to do that. Then the other day, I'm like, oh my gosh, I bet you I can just do this with ChatGPT. Here we go. I'm looking to find some associations of home builders. I can reach out to for my client. Okay. Please make me a table of information with the following columns: association, name. Okay. That's the first column. Okay. Website address, second column. I'm using pipes in between these. Okay. You don't have to, you can use a comma, but I'm using a pipe that's above your shift key, the return key on the right-hand side of your keyboard. Okay. Phone number, email address, number of numbers. Make sure this list includes different types of associations that have anything to do with building homes. I think that was it. Okay. And I'm using ChatGPT 4 for this. Please give me at least 10 associations. Okay. The first time. So now it says I don't have access to real-time data or databases or whatever. It's always going to say that. And then I stopped it because it wasn't giving me a table. It was putting it like this. It's not doing what I told it to do. So now it's still not doing it. So sometimes this stuff is not working. Okay. It's just like will irritate you and it won't work. So what I did was, because ChatGPT is like, do any of you know any 4 or 5-year-olds? And you try to cook with them or ask them to do anything, you got to keep giving them instructions. That's ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is not doing what I'm asking it to do right now. So for some reason, I said, let me just try it in 3.5. Okay. And so I went over here and I said the same thing. I pasted in my same query. This one's working. Look at this. Okay, I'm just going to stop here for a second. Now this, okay, ChatGPT is trained up to 2001. So it's fine for me. Like I just need this information, but do you have any research you need to do in your business? Think about this. Think about what you can ask ChatGPT to do. It can return you a table of information like this. Now, all I need to do is I need to reach out. I need to write an email, which I can ask ChatGPT to help me write an email, right? And I can click on info@modularhousing.com, send a personalized email, info@nar.realtor. Just, this is amazing. So the amount of things that it can take, off your plate is amazing. Okay, if you are a store, we're moving to product descriptions. If you are a store and you have products on your website and you have products that you sell. So this is my sister, sells skincare, all natural skin. She makes her own. She makes them. She has a store up in Boston Spa and near Saratoga Springs in New York. And she makes her own. They're for, they're all natural and all natural ingredients. And it's for, whatever. Anyway, so this is, I took this description off her website for her product, which is fine. But I just wanted to show you this example. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. So this is a concentrated eye cream utilizing collagen, stem cells, hyaluronic acid, and botanical extracts to visibly reduce fine lines and firm the delicate skin around the eyes. This nourishing plant-based formula provides superior moisture, noticeable anti-aging benefits, perfect for use both day and night. Maximize your results by pairing with our hyaluronic. These are two firm, okay? So that's what she has. So that's great. That's a nice thing. That's right. Okay. So here is, I came over here and I copied it. So there's her. That's the product there. Okay. And so I'm asking, please rewrite this product description. And remember what we did. I didn't tell it a lot of things, but the more you tell it, the more you prompt ChatGPT, the better result you're going to get. Okay. So I'm telling it, I want it to, the task is to rewrite the product description. Now I'm telling the audience, who's the audience? Usually a mature woman. Okay. 35 to 90. Okay. So the customer most likely has some disposable income because, otherwise they're just going to buy whatever. So they care about their skin. So they probably have disposable income and they care about their appearance. They care about their lines on their face and everything. So, and they're interested in, I think, maintaining like a healthy lifestyle. What did I write here? Yeah, they're healthy because my sister's products are all natural. So they're not going to, it's someone who reads the label and doesn't just go buy stuff with a lot of words that you don't understand what they mean. Okay. They care what they put on their body. And here is the current product description. Okay. Now, sometimes people put stuff in triple, like 1, 2, 3, quotes. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go again, I guess I hadn't copied it or whatever. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 at the end. So sometimes it's really good if you put what you wanted to do in the 3 quotes. Okay. Here's the new description. Discover the ultimate solution for timeless beauty with our premium eye cream designed exclusively for sophisticated women like you. Experience the transformative power. Oh, okay, here. Oh, wait. What did I just do? Oh, no, sorry. I did not mean to advance the slide. So I just want to put it back here so I can read this to you. Because I want you to get this. Okay. Is it going to advance the slide? Good. Okay. So harnessing the potent properties of collagen, stem cells, hyaluronic acid, and the exquisite botanical extracts, this luxurious eye cream offers visible results that will leave you amazed. Indulge in the nourishing goodness of our plant-based formula, delivering superior moisture and remarkable anti-aging benefits that will make you feel rejuvenated both day and night. With our eye cream as your trusted ally, you can embrace the journey of graceful aging while maintaining your radiant appearance. Every application is a threat, leaving your skin feeling is a treat. Sorry, not a threat. Leaving your skin feeling deeply hydrated, resilient, and remarkably youthful. To enhance your experience further, we recommend complementing, and then there are the ones. So that's awesome, right? Beautiful. I understood. It's speaking right to my, and I want to tell you also too, like these I'm giving you I'm going, like I gave you an example and I'm showing you what it comes back. Most of the time, the first time you do a prompt, it's not going to come back the way you want. you need to get, like I told you, is like a 4-year-old child. You need to give it more instructions. You need to work on it. So don't just look at the first thing it gives you and take that. And or if you're upset with it, be like, oh, this is dumb. You need to give it more refining instructions. I haven't done that here, but in general, that's what I do. I keep going back and back and back and say, well, can you change this area? Can you write it from this? Don't use as many like, superlative words. Like, that's okay. It's conversational. Remember. So then what I did was, okay, so I want to keep going on this little screen recording that I did. And, elevate your skincare routine, unlock the secret to timeless beauty with our exquisite eye cream. It was time to embrace the best version of yourself. So now, what am I going to ask it to do? Can you come up with a few name suggestions for this product? That's crazy, right? Maybe one of those is a good name. So it's naming the product. Naming the product. Now, could you write a social media post, for this product? So now I wanted to write a social media post. Now, this is a lot of different ones. So you can use it make that one long one, or you can divide it up and make it into a bunch of them. Put the little emojis there. It's time to unlock your inner radiance and celebrate the beauty that shines from within. Experience the transformative effects of our eye cream and embark on a journey of graceful aging with confidence. And then it gave me hashtags. Timeless beauty, radiant skin. So, okay, so now I've taken what I had before, asked it to write a product description, asked it to name it, and now I would like to craft an email because we're going to do an email. And what do we want the email to do? We want it to entice the people to click on the email and view the product. That's the goal of your emails. Your emails is to get people to come to your website, okay? Bring them in. And also we want to give a good subject line for the product that will encourage the open rate. If you have a lot of opens, by the way, that just means you have a good subject line. It doesn't mean you have a great email. So I want an open rate and I want them to click. So it gives me the subject line, gives me all what I can paste, and there we go. I can paste that right into my email marketing application, add a couple pictures, and I'm done. This is all from the same product description at the top. Now, I would probably go back and forth with this, but we're just showing a bunch of things it can do. So can you give me a tagline? Reveal your timeless beauty with our luxurious, and I didn't like that one. Okay, so here. I just want to show you, you can regenerate the response. If you don't like it, you click that button, regenerate response. And then you see over here, you have these numbers. This is 2 out of 2, and then it will be, 3 out of 3. And you can go back and forth and look at them. And sometimes it asks you, was it better? You don't have to answer, but they do that so that they can make ChatGPT better. Okay. So look at this tagline, reveal your ageist beauty with our luxurious eye cream. That's awesome, right? Let's get one more. Reveal your timeless beauty naturally. Love it. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay. So you see from one product description, what we started off with, now we have our social media post, our new description. We have our tagline. We have a new name for it. We have an email for it. Okay. So how about this? Now I don't do like this whole thing, but I've met people who do product launches. Could you write a plan for us to introduce product to the market? There's your checklist. There's your to-do list. There you go. There's your to-do list. That's amazing. There's another thing you can do, which I have met people that do all this brand strategy, launch strategy. Same thing. We're here. Here's a brand strategy. One person I talked to saw what this does, and she said it takes us like 3 months to put this together. Now, obviously, this is generic. Okay, you got to go in here and add some more. So there's the description, right? There's the description. And now we have a brand strategy. Now I've showed it to you in 3.5, and here it is in 4. If you have both, you can try both, see what it gives you a difference, Here's your positioning statement. Here's your unique selling proposition. Here's your brand promise and here's your brand personality. Here's the marketing strategies, targeted advertisements, influencer partnerships, content marketing, product bundling, community building, loyalty program, wellness events. Okay. So now I'm like, I want a launch strategy. How are we going to launch this? Pre-launch, we're going to do product teasers. We're going to get influencer partnerships. Look for that. We're going to do email marketing, and we're going to create a landing page for this. Then upon launch, we're going to have an event. We're going to send out a press release. We're going to do a social media blitz, and we're going to do promotional offers. Post-launch, we're going to follow up with emails. We're going to get customer testimonials and reviews, and we're going to get user-generated content. So here are some different things, right? Okay. I'm picking one of these out now. Can you just give me the press release? Because all this is work. Here's your press release. You got to fill in the blanks. If you don't like it, like I said, you can go back and forth. You can back and forth. Okay. So this is based off of one product description that was written. You can see how many things it does. For the woman that I was working with before, she does launches and brand strategy for like a big company, a large online online seller, retailer. I'm trying to say. So I gave, this is from my other, not from this here, but was from another chat that I had. So I said, can you go into more detail on point one, launch strategy? And it gave me back this. So it tells me this was called the Elegant Embrace Waist Belt. Okay, that's what it named that other thing. Okay, so it tells me exactly, event, select a date and the time, choose reliable live streaming platform, collaborate with professional event planner. So you see, you can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper when you have, because it's conversational. So that's kind of a little bit about ChatGPT. Oh my gosh, it's 12:42. I have a lot more to show you. So I'm going to kind of go through some of these things. Word Hero is another one. I love Word Hero. There's also like Jasper and other things. Word Hero is pretty inexpensive. You can get it on appsumo.com, and you might still be able to get it at $69 for a lifetime license, or $89. Anyways, it's like under $100 for a lifetime. It's good for short taglines. So this is, you can come in here and you can ask it to write social media image captions. Okay, join me next week as I present a webinar on AI for creating website copy, do's and don'ts. It's free online. You'll learn so much. And I gave it a tone. Remember, we want to give it a tone, and I gave it, and the task is, it knows it's supposed to give you the image caption. And I'll just show you this here, what it comes up with. So these are so great, right? Ready to level up your copywriting game? Join me next week for a free online webinar on AI for creating website copy. Do's and don'ts. You'll learn heaps and walk away with the tools to take your writing to the next level. Awesome. That's a great meeting. Social media post, copy, paste it into your social media. Okay. Then you can say, if you want to, because it's not, I didn't like that. I can't go back and forth, not conversational, this one. So I also wanted to put what not to do, because I wanted to tell people, scare people a little bit, because I wanted people to come to the webinar. So they should be like, oh, there's just stuff I shouldn't do. I want to be like, yes, you got to come and learn what you should not do. So I wanted to just add that piece in there. So because it's not conversational, I can't be like, change it like I was on ChatGPT, but you come in here and you can write a new prompt. And now, it says, join me next week and learn how to avoid any costly consequences. So, okay. So as I mentioned, prompting for success, you want to be clear and specific. We're dealing with a 4-year-old child. You want to focus on a single topic at a time. You want to use natural language, and you want to be patient, and you want to experience, okay? Experiment. You want to modify your prompt. As I said, go back and forth. You want to add descriptors. You can give it a priming prompt. You can say, I want you to write in this style. Maybe there's a way that you love how you've written some things. So say, please rewrite this content that I'm going, that's in, that's in the quotes or whatever. Use this style of writing that I'm going to give you here to write your response for that. And you can give it the style of writing of something else that you've loved, or maybe you've hired someone that has a great tone of voice. You prime it. It's called priming it, and it will write in the same format, the same way. Okay. You can change, add, remove wording, okay? You want to add more details, you want to provide more context, change the tone, ask the follow-up questions, kind of like what I've been doing here. Make that conversation, get it until it's just exactly right. For example, instead of what's the history of jazz music, you can ask, what impact did jazz music have on American culture in the 20th century? It's a better, more specific question. You're going to get a better result. Garbage in, garbage out. So be really good about putting your information in, and you'll get out a better result. You can use it to research and start writing. You don't have an idea what to write or whatever. It's so great for overcoming writer's block. You can have it start to give you a blog post, or start to give you something for your website, or start to give you something. And then you can take that and you interject your own personal experience, or your own, your own opinion about it, or whatever. You interject that on top of what that gives you. But it's a great starting point if you don't know what to write about. Really, really good. Okay. It can help you with SEO. And like I said, it can help you improve the content. We saw that. We can fix grammar and spelling. We can use a different voice. We can condense. We can make things longer, whatever. Okay. And it can do emails and social media. Okay. So like I said, research and start writing. It can help you streamline the process, gather initial ideas, okay, overcome writer's block. SEO, it can help you do a little bit of keyword research, although I wouldn't rely too much on it for that. It can do SEO analysis, generate SEO titles. It can do meta descriptions and heading and subheadings. And if you don't know what those are really important for your website, and you need to know what they are and implement them. It doesn't happen automatically on your website, and search engines care about these things here. And if you haven't done this yet, you need to do, well, if you haven't done it, your competition is doing it, by the way. You want to use AI to help you improve content, like I said, okay, like we went through, and to write social media content, okay? Do not use AI for writing your blog post with no edits, unless you do it the other way that I think I'm gonna have time to show you, okay? There is a way to do it, but just to say, can you give me the top 10, most popular wedding cakes, that people love? That kind of content is going to be generic and is not going to help your SEO. If you keep publishing generic content and everyone else's, the search engines are changing their algorithm now to helpful content. I could talk about this for hours. I need to get to questions. The helpful content update, if your information is the same as everyone else's, it's not going to get ranked. You have to put in your own thing. You have to put in something else. What happens next? In my experience, what I have seen, here's what really happened. Something else. So don't do it without your own edits, okay? And you can't do things that need to be original, like school papers. Okay, so everything you're doing that. Because there's things called AI cheat check, where you can put in your content, you paste it in, okay? And you check it, and it says 100% it was written by AI. Okay, so it's not always right, but there's tools. So if you're thinking about doing something where they might care about that, just be careful, because someone might put it through that and then they won't know. Okay, so one question that people asked, I don't know if they asked in the chat, is it against Google searches guidelines? No. Google has come out and said appropriate use of AI or automation is not against our guidelines. This means it is not used to generate content primarily to manipulate search rankings, which is against our spam policy. So if you're using it, you can use it. It's okay. Okay, but now I just read an article that the AI world might implode on itself, because if everyone's generating content with AI, the writers, and then the AI writers like ChatGPT are trained on its own writing, it was an interesting concept and it's going to implode. So who knows what's going to happen? EEAT, I go over this in our course. We talk a lot about this. Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. You need to know how to do that. I don't have time. I'm sorry, I don't have time to go over that, but I go over that in my course, and I do other webinars on this so you can learn. How to write your web content easily. I do want to touch on this. Record, get a transcript, run it through ChatGPT. That's how you do it, okay? That's how you do it. So you take it, okay? You tell it a task, whatever, and it comes up with this. Headlines, you've got to tag these as H2s. Here's your content, H2, here's your content, here's your H2. So if you record yourself on any device, get the transcript, There's different ways to do this. I might be doing a boot camp on this. So if you get on my list, I'll let you know a boot camp where we're going to do that with you. You put it in ChatGPT, it breaks it up. You tell it how to break it up with the correct prompt. You're all good for your website. It's your content. It's not plagiarized either. Okay. You can ask it to rewrite. I just want to quickly, I know it's 12:50, we have a lot of questions. I want to quickly touch on a couple things, the other things you can do. Scribe creates SOPs. I want to show you this. Search SOP is a standard operating procedure. If you have something you do over and over again, you're going to give it to your VA. You start the capture. This is capturing everything I do in my browser. This is Active Campaign. I'm just setting up a brand new email. So instead of teaching and going through this with my VA, I go through and I do it. Okay. I'm doing this whole thing. Okay. So now I'm naming it, clicking next. I'm going to choose my list that it's got to go to. Okay. So I'm choosing the list that it's got to go to, right? I'm clicking next. And then I'm coming in here. This thing is recording. This is AI. It's called Scribe. Okay. Kind of recording what I'm doing. I'm going to make a new blog post. I'm going to put a subject line. Okay. So I keep going. But anyways, I'm going to go to the next slide. I'm going to show you what it gave me back. This is a PDF document I stuck on two, so it's really long. I just made it 2 columns. Navigate to there. Click campaigns, and it shows you exactly. Click create a campaign. 4, type webinar tomorrow. 5, click next. Okay. 6, click here. 7, click here. 9, click next. Okay, 8 is in there too. 10, click continue. This is awesome because if you need to train your employee or your VA, you use Scribe, you capture your screen, you have a PDF of instructions, how-tos. Do you know what? I used to make these all the time in the early 2000s and the 90s. People paid me money to make these. I would go and make them and get all the screen grabs. You know how long it took me? It does it automatically. The last one I want to mention is automatic note takers. If you're not using it, they're awesome. They increase your time efficiency and everything. I use something called Read AI. It's in my Zoom meetings. When I meet, here's a meeting that I had with my VA this week. It gives me a trailer of the meeting, a complete transcript of our whole meeting. Here are the highlights, and it tells me that we had an increase in engagement, increase in sentiment. Okay. It also tells me about our engagement, the score we have here. Here's a summary of what we went over. Here's the chapters. It broke up our conversation into chapters. Okay. And here's our action items. Ori's going to sign up for affiliate links and fill out necessary forms. Jennifer's going to do this. It gives you all this information, and then it tells you, like, here are the key questions that we asked. Here is the clarity. Here's this words per minute, the talking space, and how many times I interrupted. I interrupted it 1 time. Amazing. That's a lot, right, Bob?
That is a lot. There's a lot of content there. Shall we move to questions and answers?
Yes.
And
yes.
just as we do that, a number of people were asking for your contact information, so you can see it there on the screen. And we'll now take as many questions as we can up until the top of the hour. So they've been coming in pretty steadily. So the first one is from William. Is AI material copyrighted?
No, it's all original. Well, it's all original, but it can be made up. Like, you can ask it for a quote or something, and sometimes it literally will make it up. I've had it do that for me. Even sometimes I've given it information. Like I'm creating a chatbot for my website, and I'm training this chatbot off of all of my lessons. So someone can come to the website and say, will I learn about this? And it will say yes or no. So, and it gave me, I said, I want all the questions and answers. It gave me back. Some of them were like totally made up. They were like, it's called hallucination. So you have to read through it, but it is not, this is original content. So it's not copyrighted.
Perfect. Next one is from Dina. Does the free chat GPT do the same things as the paid version?
It does. It's a little faster, but it's not as the paid version is better, and it's it has more, it can become more creative as well. So, and you also, in the free version, you can only do so much. So if you have a big project you're working on, you can't use it as much, whereas in the or you might get timeouts too, because a lot of people are using it. You might not be able to use it at certain times. So 4, you can, when you pay for it, you can always use it. It's always available to you.
We have a few questions about, plagiarism issues and the misuse of ChatGPT. You covered that very briefly with that tool. Maybe you could just mention that again, the name of that tool that you use to kind of test whether it was coming from AI or not.
Oh, there's a lot of them. So that one that I showed you was AI cheat check. There's a plagiarism checker from Grammarly. There's Copyscape. Those will check for plagiarism. And actually, I don't know, Copyscape should check for AI. I'm confusing the two. Sorry. I'm saying about checking for plagiarized text and AI. I know AI cheat check can check for that. Now I'm thinking maybe the Copyscape. I don't know. I'd have to go back to Copyscape. But you can also look for tools online. So to check for text that is been generated with AI. But if you want to check for plagiarism, yes, Grammarly plagiarism check, Copyscape, and AI cheat checker. Those, well, that's not for plagiarism. Those are a couple that we use.
Okay. Let me see. Here's the next one. Just wondering, can the AI chat program also help with suggestive keywords for ranking based on the content written for your website? I think you touched on that briefly too.
Yeah, I mean, you can feed it that and say pull out the keywords. I mean, personally, I would rather use a tool like Google Ad Keyword Planner or SEMrush or Moz or Ahrefs or another tool to help me with my keyword research, because that's really important. So I probably wouldn't rely on ChatGPT for that. Like for data and information that you need to get that's valuable to your information, valuable to your business, like that kind of stuff, you really need to really go check another place, because it does hallucinate. For rewriting what you have and that you already know the information and you're going to be able to tell whether it's correct or not, it just makes your content better, then that's a good use of ChatGPT. I would be hesitant, like that list of all the associations, I would go through that and make sure that they're all really real.
Here's one from Craig. Do you keep ChatGPT on your desktop as an icon or folder or on your toolbar? I think they're really, how can I keep it open so they can use it on a regular basis?
Well, they have an app now on the phone, so you can use it on your tablet or phone. You can download the app. I just keep it open in a browser window. And by the way, all your chats, when you log out or if you close your computer or whatever, when you go back in, all your chats are still there. So you don't lose anything when you close it. So you don't have to be worried about keeping it open all the time.
Okay. And there is one from Isaiah, which I think we can likely answer together. It says, are you able to use it to help you start your business in regards to getting steps, creating the business from scratch? The answer is absolutely. You can. Again, you have to refine your search. And I would say we have SCORE counselors that also will help you through this, but you can, the key here is to be very accurate on how you describe your business and on the prompt and what you're looking for, and it will come back with information that will help you step by step. But again, as Jennifer said, and hers is by the prompt. But Jennifer, do you want to add to that?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's certain things, if you want to make a business plan, I think that's what you're alluding to a little bit. You can ask it to help you with your business plan. You can ask it to help you. You saw some of the launch strategy and things we did with that. So anything writing that you need to do, you can use it. And like I said, you just got to get good at asking and refining and asking and refining. So get something good out, because your first attempt, probably won't be good. So just keep trying. And yes, it can help you.
And let me see here. What else do we have here? Here's one from Lisa. We'll get one more. Can ChatGPT create a logo?
Okay, not ChatGPT, but there's other, there's a ton of options out there online that help you do this. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the image generators right now. I mean, they're going to get better, but they look kind of weird sometimes. And, they had difficulty. I was doing stuff with my father yesterday, putting in images into Photor. I was going to show you that, but, and then he only had 3 fingers and a thumb. So like it has difficulty. And they're kind of weird looking. So, but ChatGPT won't, not a logo, but there are a ton of other services, Midjourney, but just look that up and online. There's tons that will help you create a logo.
Unfortunately, we are out of time, and that's all the time we have for questions today. Jennifer's contact information is on the screen if you want to ask any directly. And just as a reminder to everyone, had a number of queries whether this would be recorded. It is being recorded, and we'll have it up within the next day or so on our website, www.score.org/Fairfield County. You can go, they'll take you directly there, and it'll be under on-demand webinars. Our next live webinar is a week from today, July 25th at noon, 2 weeks from today, July 25th at noon. And the topic is 10 questions your consulting clients will ask, with Cliff Enico presenting. And again, if you want to take advantage of that free individual counseling, you can use the link that we showed earlier, or just go to our website and click on Request a Mentor. If I could please ask you to fill out your evaluations that are being sent at the end of the webinar. They really help us going forward. And on behalf of SCORE, thank you all for attending today's live webinar. And in closing, big thank you to Jennifer for presenting a great webinar today. And stay well, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.